So my first memory of John was I left Colorado to go to Boston to go to school. I guess John had just left. We just sort of missed each other in Boston. He had been in school before me and then was off, really playing with a lot of people. I remember the first notes I heard of him were, there was a recording with Chet Baker, and it was a live from Carnegie Hall or something, and that really stood out. There was something in his playing that really inspired me. I mean, he was ahead of where I was, or he was sort of in this place that I wanted to be going, and I heard this sound that really inspired me, and I could tell that he was listening to lots of other music. What was inspiring me at that time, I was listening to saxophone players and trumpet players and piano players, and I was hearing that from him. He actually was getting some of what John Coltrane was playing on the saxophone, and he was doing it on the guitar. Growing up in the 50s and 60s, the Beatles and everybody else, playing that instrument at that time, the sound that I was hearing from him, that, it helped me, led me to my own sound too. What really knocked me out, and I still think about this today, I wish I don't think this record is in print, but it's Terumasa Hino, a Japanese trumpet player, amazing trumpet player, and it's John with him and Ron Carter playing bass and Tony Williams playing drums. And again, that was one of these, to hear the guitar in that context, that was where it was like, whoa, there it was like wide open John Scofield. I recently heard some of that stuff again too, and it was like, man, it was everything was there then. We're the same age and grew up at the same time, and we found things, we discovered things at the same time, but then we each found our own voice. Then a few years go by, I think I had met Steve Swallow. First time I met John, I went to see that trio, and Steve introduced us because I had met Steve, and by that time maybe John had heard something of my playing too, and he invited me to play on, I guess there's 2 albums now, the Grace Under Pressure I play on, that was with Charlie Hayden and Joey Barron, Robert Johnson and Segovia and Jimi Hendrix and Jim Hall and John Scofield and Bob Dylan. They all play the same instrument, right? It's tuned the same way and everything. It's the whole world of music, you can bring it into this little thing that you can carry around with you on your back, and it's just whatever's in your imagination is possible on these 6 strings, If you say fusion, if you look in the dictionary what that means, I think it just means a coming together of things, Whatever we call it, there's always something. The music always seems bigger to me than whatever words we can find to try to pin it down,